to the shit show.
Stand in the middle. Hey, Tony, you lead, or maybe not.
Good?
Or you wait.
We're good. Repave. You've got the hybrid this weekend. It's kind of a momentum track, so how much are you using or plan to use the hybrid here?
We're going to try it out a bit in practice and see, different strategies on how to use it. I think it might be different between quality and the race. It's such a short lap, so you need to be a bit clever on how you use it. And I don't think, at least for us, we don't have like a clear idea on what's the optimum way of doing it. So that will be interesting.
Yeah. You took to the Indianapolis Oval obviously well. You won the 500 there, but this is probably your second best oval. Very consistent here. What about Iowa Speedway fits with Marcus Ericsson's consistency?
Yeah, I've loved it from the first time I was here. I think it's a really fun track, especially the racing here is amazing because of the multiple lanes you can use. Hopefully this year as well, and it's just just creates an opportunity for you as a driver to be creative and explore during the race and try to be different to your competitors, and that's just a part of racing that I really enjoy. It's a bit like, this will sound weird, but it's a bit like racing in the rain, where it's like the track is evolving all the time and you try different lanes to sort of find the grip and find where your car is working, and it's been the same here. This track is so different throughout a race, and there's different lanes working, and depending on what your car balance does, you need to try different lanes, and it's just really a lot you can do as a driver here, which I think is a lot of fun.
There'll be a lot of difference between Saturday night's race and Sunday morning's race.
I think it will be interesting because looking at the forecast, the start of both races should be quite similar in temperature, but then one race is going to go, falling in temperature, and one race is going to be racing up in temperature. So that's going to create a different balance throughout the races. So that's something you have to take into account as a team, but also as a driver.
A lot of these races here at Iowa came down to like tire degradation and saving your tires for a long stint, but in the test, you guys didn't drop off that much.
No, it was almost no deg in the test, so I really hope that these new compounds that we're bringing this weekend is going to have more degradation, because that's, like you say, it was one of the good things with this track was that we have 2-3 seconds of drop off during a stint, and that creates such a interesting dynamic in the races. And if we have zero deg, it's going to be really tough to overtake. So it's we hope that those softer compounds is going to be wearing off a bit quicker.
You crossed your fingers on 2 lanes. I mean, what needs to happen to get a second lane going? Is it just the highline practice, or is it a combination of also the softer compound and maybe just guys willing to run up there?
Yeah, I think all 3 of those things, like you said, we need to work put rubber up there on the highline practice, but then we need to also have guys run up there in normal practice as well. I think to try and continue to rubber it in and have people comfortable to run up there, because in the test everyone was just camping on the bottom, and then it creates marbles up there, and then no one is comfortable running up there, and then it just became a one-lane track. So we need people running up there to be comfortable and putting rubber down, and then we need to have tires that leg so you can sort of get the cornering speeds down a little bit, because now in the test, even in the end of a tire stand, you were still so fast in the corners on the repave. It's like, even if the second lane will be working, you're so fast in the bottom that you're not going to be fast enough to go around someone.
The track record got absolutely smashed in the test. I'm sure you're aware of that. I mean, what is it like to drive a track so small, so fast?
It's pretty insane. Like, the speeds were super impressive, so it was a lot of fun. But yeah, for the racing, I think it was too fast. So that's why, hopefully with the less downforce and more decky tires, that will create, some of that old Iowa back. Because yes, it was fantastic to drive it that fast in the corners in the test. It was super fun, but yeah, I was a bit worried about what it would do with the racing. So we'll see this weekend. I still think no matter what, we're going to put on a good show, because it's such a short track and so many cars. Short track is going to create some drama and interesting racing. But hopefully it will be multiple lane racing as well.
You mentioned a multiple lane. Last year on the start, I believe you went up top and gained some spots. Do you go up there immediately? Do you wait a couple laps? Do you not know?
We'll see. I think the last few years I've always tried and get that high lane. I've been always one of the first guys running up there in every race, and I like to get my car working up there. And especially in starts and restarts, it's always an opportunity to run up up top and go around people. So yeah, hopefully that will work this year as well.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.